We talked earlier this week about the ridiculous alliance between the Pac-12, Pac-12, Big Ten, and ACC, which is basically a non-existent alliance. There's no real storyline there. But E. Gordon Gee, who is the West Virginia school president, said, quote, playoff expansion is on life support. And I think this is interesting. Gordon Gee used to be the president of Vanderbilt. I had a good time. I wrote about him in my book, Dixieland Delight, which came out basically 15 years ago now. And I thought he did a really good job, Gordon Gee did, as the president of Vanderbilt. But a lot of attention being given to him saying that playoff expansion is on life support. I think this is an easy story to follow. What's really going on here is the Big 12's chances of ever making the college football playoff are on life support. If you've got 4 teams that make the college football playoff, the Big 12, without Texas and without Oklahoma, has a minimal chance of ever getting a team into the college football playoff. That's just the truth. There's not going to be a high level of competition right now. Yesterday, I told you I thought the Big 12 would look at Central Florida, Cincinnati, Houston, BYU, maybe also Colorado State, Memphis, Boise State for the idea of expansion, okay? So, if they go to 12 or 14 teams, what they are going to need desperately is the idea to sell that they are going to get a team into the college football playoff. What way can you posture politically to get a team into the college football playoff? Well, you can argue that an expansion beyond 4 is on, quote, life support. Here's the challenge with that. If the college football playoff doesn't expand beyond 4, then the Big 12 is never going to be in it, probably. Remember, the Big 12 is the only power conference that has yet to win a playoff game in the college football playoff. Oklahoma has been 4 times. Oklahoma has lost in the first round 4 different times. And so West Virginia, love West Virginia, by the way, Morgantown, great college town. West Virginia, Baylor, TCU, Texas Tech, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Iowa State, and whoever the 8th school, West Virginia, is that I'm forgetting there, that 8 team has virtually 0 chance of ever making the college football playoff. Kansas as well, my bad. Sorry, Jayhawk fans. Even if you expand and add Cincinnati, Central Florida, let's say BYU, and also let's toss into the equation Houston, I still don't think the odds are very good in a 4-team playoff of you ever getting in. I think what would likely happen is 2 from the SEC, 1 from the Big Ten, and then the Pac-12 or the ACC get its school in. I think the Big 12 getting in is highly unlikely. The best way for the Big 12 to be able to make the playoffs is to expand the playoff to 12, so I'm not buying into this idea that there is much of a chance of that ending up happening. So if you want to get in and you're one of those 8 schools remaining in the Big 12 or one of those Big 12 expansion candidates, you desperately need to expand beyond a shadow of a doubt.